why constructivist grounded theory? Or why constructive grounded theory for me at this point in time? First of all, it's worth saying here and now, constructive grounded theory stands alone. It is not a type of grounded theory. It's for better or worse, but it stands on its own merits for it. It is also chosen for how it is applied. There's always going to be these arguments about methods, and they can go on forever. It's not about one method winning over another. You can actually just choose a method because you like it, for that grab that it has on you. For me, the attraction with grounded theory was being able to find out what was actually going on. This process of developing theory from the data, not already dealing with theoretical assumptions. And this was very important regarding the questions and the debates and the discussions around, and also the place that practitioner inquiry holds within Scotland. As you'll hear in a later video, the General Teaching Council, it has written into the standards this idea of having a practitioner inquiry, so it's already coming very heavily loaded. Grounded theory, or constructivist grounded theory, is about being free from those assumptions and this grand theory. It's how those in a real situation produce their meaning. It was about giving the participants, so the NQTs, perspective and articulating their thoughts on what they felt was important. It's not applying someone else's theory behind practitioner inquiry. It's not conjectured, it wasn't preconceived. There weren't should have issues about practitioner inquiry. It's actually what they felt about it. And constructive grounded theory is about conceptualising. It is not about the description. There's plenty of description around practitioner inquiry, the process of practitioner inquiry, and I am not describing this, but actually looking at the concepts behind it for our NQTs at that point in time, trying to explain what was happening and why, based on the concerns raised and the patterns emerging in this. What has helped me doing constructivist grounded theory is the value of the constructive theory networks. There's always a fear of failure, and it is, or it was, scary, but actually it doesn't need to be. And Glacier in particular, Barney Glacier in particular, talks about the value of networks, about listening to others, the research is having help with your own, and ultimately having faith in the process. And I made use of the grounded theory networks that are out there, in particular through Twitter, reaching out to others when there are things that I haven't totally understood or really appreciated about constructive grounded theory. The other thing that has helped me is learning how to tolerate the initial stages of the learning curve, because there is that fear of failure, of not understanding, of not getting to the heart of what's going on, and being able to tolerate the confusion, the emergent conceptualisation, and being able to move beyond that impressionistic initial decisions that you do make when you're doing this, or when you find something out for the first time. And that, I suppose, is where the journaling also helps within that, and more of that on a later video. So, as I said earlier, with constructive grounded theory, there is a sort of a grab or an itch, and actually this grab or the itch is much like in practitioner inquiry, where we say to those that are doing it, there needs to be something that you really genuinely want to find out. And for me, that was also with constructive grounded theory. I really wanted to know or to understand better how this would work, and how this would work when it was being applied in this particular context. I really wanted to know what the probationers thought. And ultimately, that is the beginning requirement of constructivist grounded theory. Finally, I just want to touch upon something that is called the eureka moments, when you really think that you've actually got something. And what came as a real surprise to me with this sort of the discovery of a new concept is, in this research, it wasn't actually about the practitioner inquiry as per se. That what has come out is, yes, that we do need to have a look at how it is presented again, But actually, the eureka moment for me was looking at the concept, or behind it all, that there's a running theme throughout the research that was actually just about worry. And practitioner inquiry was one worry that they had. But actually, what was determining their entire NQT year in this local authority in Scotland was just a theme of worrying about absolutely everything. And I think that for me, that was a eureka moment, and it's really proved its worth of you know, using a constructive grounded theory approach, because if I'd applied a grand theory, I would never have, or unlikely to have, come across that actually this is what was at the base of everything, including the practitioner inquiry. But again, more on that in a later video.